when a fighter jet hunts ground targets at first light, duels enemy aircraft by midday, and executes classified operations before sunset without ever touching down, you're witnessing something extraordinary. This is France's audacious answer to air dominance, the Dassault Rafale. Picture this, the 1970s, and France stares down a hard truth. Their legendary Mirage fleet, the pride of their air force, is aging out. They need something revolutionary for the 21st century. But here's where France does something absolutely wild. While nearly every NATO ally is joining hands for the Eurofighter project, France looks at that partnership and says, "No thanks, we're going solo." That's the kind of confidence that either builds legends or creates disasters. Spoiler alert, they built a legend. Dassault Aviation, the masterminds behind those iconic Mirages, kicks off secret development in 1978. By 1983, the project gets its official name Rafale, meaning either gust of wind or burst of fire, depending on who you ask. Both interpretations work perfectly. July 4th, 1986, a date that changes everything. The first Rafale demonstrator screams off the runway at Istres Air Base, and aviation engineers around the world suddenly pay very close attention. This beast proves that the Delta Wing canard configuration isn't just theory, it's the future. Here's where it gets interesting. They split development into two paths, carrier jets and land-based fighters. The naval variant, the Rafale M, takes its first flight in 1991. The land versions, the single-seat C and two-seat B, follow in the mid-90s. Then in 2001, something historic happens. The French Navy launches Rafales from the deck of the Charles de Gaulle, becoming the first nation outside America to operate a truly modern, multi-role carrier fighter. Let that sink in. The Air Force declares their first squadron combat-ready in 2006, nearly 30 years after those initial sketches. Why so long? Because France refused to compromise. Every single major system, the radar, the missiles, the electronics, everything was developed in-house. Zero foreign dependencies, complete sovereignty. Now let's talk about what makes this aircraft absolutely insane. Twin engines, canard delta wings, and a design philosophy that screams aggressive. Those forward canards and swept delta wings create maneuverability that defies physics. The jet measures just over 50 feet long with a 36-foot wingspan, compact enough to pack tight on a carrier deck, but spacious enough to carry serious fuel. Empty weight sits around 23,000 pounds, but fully loaded for war, it tips the scales at 54,000 pounds. That thrust-to-weight ratio? Absolutely bonkers. Two SNECMA M88 engines, each one a masterpiece of engineering with single crystal turbine blades that can handle punishment. 50 kilonewtons dry thrust per engine, 75 with afterburners lighting up the sky. Top speed hits Mach 1.8, that's nearly 1,200 miles per hour. But here's the kicker. This jet cruises at Mach 1.4 without afterburners. Genuine super cruise capability, something most fighters can only dream about. Combat radius stretches over 1,000 miles with external tanks. Ferry range reaches 2,300 miles. Service ceiling? 50,000 feet. The electronics package is where minds get blown. The RBE-2A ASEA radar tracks dozens of aerial targets while simultaneously mapping ground threats. The SPECTRA electronic warfare suite isn't just defensive equipment. It's practically artificial intelligence. Radar warning, missile launch detection, laser warning, active jamming, all fused into one unified threat picture. The front sector optronics combine infrared search and track with laser range finding, meaning this jet can find and kill targets without ever turning on its radar. 14 external hardpoints carrying over 20,000 pounds of pure destruction. Mica missiles for medium-range dogfights, Meteor ramjet missiles that can hit targets beyond 60 miles, AASM Hammer precision-guided bombs that turn buildings into memories, Scalp cruise missiles for deep strikes, Exocet anti-ship missiles for naval targets. The internal 30mm cannon provides close-in firepower when things get personal. And here's something most people don't know: the Rafale can carry nuclear weapons. France's airborne nuclear deterrent flies on Rafale wings. But the real genius? The omnirole concept. Most fighters are multi-role, meaning they can switch between air superiority and ground attack. The Rafale does everything simultaneously during a single sortie. Air defense, ground strikes, reconnaissance, all at once. Its sensor fusion was so advanced it actually predated similar systems on American 5th-generation fighters. The SPECTRA system doesn't just warn you about threats, it automatically deploys countermeasures, recommends evasive maneuvers, and triangulates enemy positions using passive sensors alone. Rafale pilots can locate and engage targets while remaining completely undetectable. Stealth features reduce radar signature through careful shaping and radar-absorbent materials. Not a dedicated stealth platform, but significantly harder to detect than previous generation fighters. The glass cockpit features wide-area color displays and voice command systems. Helmet-mounted displays let pilots designate targets just by looking at them. Carbon fiber composites reduce weight while maintaining strength. The airframe handles +9 to -3.6 degrees maneuvers, turns so demanding they'll affect the pilot before stressing the aircraft. The French military operates about 140 Air Force jets and 40 naval variants, over 45,000 flight hours across multiple war zones. Combat debut in Afghanistan in 2002, providing reconnaissance and close air support. But Libya 2011, that's where the Rafale announced its arrival. French jets flying from land bases and the carrier deck, conducting precision strikes within hours of authorization, engaging air defense systems with cruise missiles and opening missions that cleared the path for coalition forces. Mali, from 2013 onward, continuous operations supporting counter-terrorism in brutal desert environments. Middle East, from 2014, precision strikes in Iraq and Syria as part of the coalition against extremism. Egyptian, Qatari, and Emirati Rafales joining these operations. The fighter's first multinational combat deployments. The export success story reads like a sales dream. Egypt orders 54 aircraft, becoming the first foreign operator. Qatar grabs 36. India takes 36 with options for more. Greece orders 24. Croatia picks up 12 used jets. Indonesia commits to 42. The UAE drops the hammer with 80 advanced F-4 standard aircraft. This international success proves the platform's complete capability without any foreign restrictions or strings attached. 3 basic variants exist. The M features reinforced landing gear, tailhook, and catapult fittings for carrier operations. The C serves as the standard Air Force single-seater. The B maintains identical combat capability while adding a second crew member for training or complex missions. France runs continuous upgrades through numbered standards. F1 provided basic air superiority. F2 added full ground attack. F3 brought reconnaissance and improved weapons. F3R enhanced connectivity and helmet displays. The current F4 standard, entering service now, brings transformative improvements. Upgraded AESA radar with extended range, enhanced spectrum warfare suite, new connectivity for network-centric operations, upgraded cockpit displays, integration of new weapons including 1,000-kilogram precision munitions. Perhaps most significantly, F4 adds combat cloud connectivity, allowing Rafales to share sensor data in real time with friendly forces across all domains. An F5 standard under development for 2030 promises artificial intelligence assistance, improved engines, and potential control of unmanned wingman drones. Against contemporaries like the Eurofighter Typhoon, Russian Su-35, and Chinese J-10, the Rafale holds distinct advantages. Exceptional sensor fusion and electronic warfare often provide superior situational awareness. True carrier capability exceeds most competitors. Complete weapons integration without export restrictions gives operators maximum flexibility. Combat-proven reliability across diverse environments builds confidence. Relatively compact size suits confined basing requirements. The limitations? Cannot match dedicated stealth platforms and low observability. Engines provide good but not exceptional sustained supersonic performance compared to larger designs. Sophisticated systems demand extensive maintenance infrastructure. Unit costs approach newer generation pricing, despite being classified as 4th generation. Against American F-15EX or Super Hornets, the Rafale trades payload capacity for superior agility and electronic warfare. Against the F-35, it offers immediate availability, proven reliability, and zero export restrictions in exchange for lower stealth characteristics. Pilots describe an aircraft that thinks with them. Cockpit design allows rapid target designation, while automated systems handle defensive measures. Voice commands activate system modes, freeing hands during critical moments. Two-seater operations pair experienced pilots with weapons systems officers, managing sensors, weapons, and communications during complex missions. This crew coordination proves invaluable during simultaneous multi-domain operations. Maintainability balances sophistication with accessibility. Advanced systems require skilled technicians, but designed access panels and diagnostic systems enable relatively efficient servicing. Engines swap efficiently, minimizing downtime. Carrier operations demand extraordinary skill. Night launches from moving decks represent career-defining moments. Catapult acceleration while darkness offers limited visual reference. Recoveries require precision, catching arrestor cables on a deck that appears remarkably small at approach speeds. Deployed squadrons report availability rates often exceeding 75% operational readiness, even during intensive operations, testament to robust design and efficient logistics. The Rafale is projected service well into the 2050s, with continuous upgrades maintaining relevance. France plans frontline service through at least 2070 for newest airframes. The Future Combat Air System, a joint French, German, and Spanish sixth-generation program, will eventually succeed the Rafale in the 2040s, though development complexities may extend Rafale service life further than planned. International sales ensure production continues through at least 2031, with India likely ordering additional aircraft. This export success guarantees industrial support and upgrade development for decades. The Rafale represents what nations achieve through independent technological development. France chose sovereignty over easy partnerships, emerging with a fighter combining operational effectiveness, mission flexibility, and strategic independence. Whether launching from a carrier deck in challenging seas or conducting precision missions from austere airstrips, the Rafale delivers reliable performance. This technological achievement shows no signs of obsolescence, and that's what makes it truly remarkable.